Hi, and welcome back to Exemplary Marketing's YouTube channel. Today, we're going to be talking about how to patent your mobile app. A brilliant idea deserves to be protected. Is your app eligible for a patent? Your app needs to qualify as novel. This means that it needs to be different from all previous inventions in at least one constituent element. That difference needs to have a consequential impact. While it's probably obvious, you also can't patent something that's already hit the market or using a method that somebody else has already published. Your app also needs to qualify as non-obvious. This is the hardest patent restriction to understand or influence. To say that it's non-obvious is to say that somebody who is skilled in your field would still view it as an unexpected development. This is somewhat subjective and can be a major source of frustration between you and the patent examiner. Finally, your patent must qualify as useful. This doesn't mean that your app can't exist merely for entertainment or anything like that. Instead, what it means is that your app has to work, at least in theory. Patent search. How to know if somebody has already patented your idea. It can be a bummer to know that your precious idea has actually already been patented by somebody else. Knowing is crucial, however, in order to prevent an expensive app patent infringement lawsuit later on. So performing a patent search is important, and thanks to USPTO's openness, it's also easy. You can simply log on to the USPTO website and use their full text and image database to enter appropriate keywords and search for all patents filed. Be sure to try several key phrases. How much does it cost to patent an app? An app patent can cost you as little as $900 for an application that you build out yourself, or as much as $10,000 if you choose to work with experienced lawyers. You could obtain a form and file a handmade provisional patent application for about $65 theoretically. However, proper legal channels end up amounting to anywhere between $5,000 and $9,000 along with legal fees and charges. So yes, patents aren't exactly cheap, but when you think about long-term liabilities, you could be making hundreds of thousands from your app, even millions, and patent charges will be an investment in security. The process of patenting your app. 1. Filing a provisional patent application. The provisional patent application allows you to secure a filing date for your patent. Most app developers do this first because it's cheaper than a non-provisional patent application and it doesn't require the extra effort of a formal patent claim. This application still requires a very detailed description of your app, and it's best if you include drawings, flowcharts, and other visuals to help clarify possible sources of confusion later on. Provisional patent applications allow you to secure the filing date early without needing to invest the full resources that are required to bring your application to completion. The 1-year patent pending status gives you time to find out if your app is going to be successful. Securing a filing date for your patent is important because it determines who was first to file if the issue ever does go to court. If you're an individual, a university, a nonprofit, or a business with less than 500 employees, you can file as a small entity for $130. If you're bigger, you'll need to file as a large company for $260. 2. File a regular patent application within 1 year. You must file a regular patent within a year of filing a provisional patent. If you fail to do this, you will lose your filing date. Your regular patent application starts the examination process that's going to determine if you receive an actual patent for your app. Your patent application is broken down into 1. Specification, 2. Claims, 3. Abstract, and 4. Drawings. You should know that the patent examiner almost certainly will not accept your patent on the first round. The process generally takes 1 to 3 years. Let's break down each part of the patent application. Specification. The specification explains what makes your app different from anything else that's on the market. The specification needs to be clear enough that anybody in your field would be able to create your app from scratch without any additional information from you. It also needs to disclose the best mode for producing your app, because if you withhold a better way of doing it, you could lose your patent rights. The specification consists of title. While brief, this needs to be very accurate and descriptive. Background. This needs to elaborate on the context of the invention, including all relevant theory and prior inventions. This should also explain how your app is differentiated from all prior inventions. Summary. Give an overview of your app and how it addresses any problems that are brought up in the background section. Description. Your description of the app must be thorough enough that anybody halfway competent in your field would be able to replicate your app. Claims. This is arguably the most important part of the application and likely the part that will be most contested. In this section, you need to be very clear and state which aspects of your app you are claiming legal ownership over. You will never be able to claim ownership over everything, since certain aspects of it will be impossible to patent or may even fall under somebody else's patent. Drawings. If your patent uses a visual interface, you will almost certainly need to include figures and visual representations of the app. Refer to approved patents in order to determine what is standard for your corner of the market. Filing an app patent. You have two options for filing. You can mail in your patent or file electronically. Filing electronically isn't as convenient as it sounds, and if you only expect to file for a patent once, you may find it actually easier to snail mail your patent. If you file by mail, make sure to make copies of your patent application before sending it in. Include an application filing date, the title of your app, and your name. Include a self-addressed postcard to receive your receipt. Make sure to include a list of all documents, page numbers, and the number of pages included in order to account for anything that gets lost. As you can see, patents are a lot of work. Should you patent your app? If you feel it deserves the status of invention, yes, I believe you should at least try to. While the process is complicated, it's far less painful than having to deal with clone apps that are stealing your business or an unfair infringement lawsuit that's forcing you to shut down operations. And you absolutely should make an effort to protect your intellectual property. So that's it for today's video. If you learned something new, make sure you drop a comment down below in the comment section, and don't forget to hit that like button. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.